Quite rightly, in my opinion, David Gower for his superb knock in England's innings.
The season. A great occasion, and we had a forecast of sunshine and showers, and also a contest which featured two sides who often made the running in this competition. Essex, in fact, appearing in the Benson and Hedges final for the 4th time in 7 years. They won it in 1970. Was not of the happiest. Their captain, Keith Fletcher, had to cry off. He failed to pass a fitness test. Sad news then for Keith Fletcher. Graham Gooch took over the captaincy, and there was no doubt about the fitness of Neil Firm. David Gower won the toss and decided that Essex should bat first, and we pick up the action right at the start. The first ball of the match, bowled by Jonathan Agnew from the pavilion end against Graham Gooch.
And first blood to Essex. If he hustles, that is. Oh, there's a piece of judgment for you. Picked his man down at deep fine leg, who was actually gathering in the ball as Gooch was turning for 2. Jonathan Agnew taking first over. Gooch. Now, Gooch has gone to 5, and it's to be Brian Hardy with his individual style of giving himself a little bit of room. Fielded. Well, it's very difficult for the umpires in a situation like that. They try to get on the same side as the throw so they're not obscured. Lovely pickup and throw, and real problems for umpire Ken Palmer.
And Les Taylor has been over the years in the select. And Les Taylor has been over the years in the selector's eyes. He obviously was out for a 3-year period for his part in the South African Breweries tour, but it wouldn't take much to get him back in contention.
That's a good piece of fielding, and problems there because Hardy was sent back. Never run on a misfield, they say. Well, Gucci is a subscriber to that.
Firm cover drive from Hardy and a fine athletic piece of fielding from Parsons. Leicester City better beware, and Briars getting the ball back quickly, but Hardy sent a long way back, but in masses of time.
There's a nice stroke. Hardy picks him up on the half volley, and away goes the cover drive.
This is Paddy Cliffs coming on at the pavilion end. Some little doubts expressed this morning about his fitness. I don't think he's a borderline case. Probably not 100% fit. But he's been such an effective bowler, particularly in this form of cricket. And could well turn out to be as big a threat as anybody. Going to keep the slip in there. It's a beautiful stroke. Finally got the old pitch ball away. And you should just pull that up safely. They were looking for 3 and making it easily. Fair mixture of dress here today. Rain jackets, they do quite thickish sweaters. If you're in the right place when the sun's out and out of the wind, it's quite pleasant, but otherwise there's quite a cool breeze here.
And in fact now Leicestershire having that short mid-on we talked about that the Australians had. Chris Mollison moving in there for Graham Gooch.
And that's a beautiful deflection there. So 50 on the board. And Gooch's share of that is 28. It's a lovely stroke, 4 runs.
There you see vintage Gooch. And Peter Willey coming in from the nursery end. Not many off-spin spinners really fancy that end, but going to David Gower, I was talking to him last night, Peter Willey prefers to bowl that end.
I might regret that. Well bowled by Willey.
Quicker ball by Peter Willey, deceives Graham Gooch, and a definite chance he was miles out of his ground. There'll be a bit of concern that they can't get the control they want, although they've got the wickets in hand. They are approaching the halfway stage, and Essex would obviously like Gooch to bat most of the innings, so we might see a little bit more extravagance from the other end and Brian Hardy.
Gower is one of the fielders. Butcher is the man who will complete the job. Well done. That's the break. Hardy was becoming very impatient, and rightly so. He's being tied down. The breakthrough had to come, and it came through a very, very well judged catch.
Brian Hardy deciding the time was right for him to put his wicket at risk, try and force the pace, and a good caught and bowled from Paddy Clift.
This is Peter Willey's 4th over. He's been very accurate. He has Pritchard taking strike now. That'll suit him, and he's been able to bring in the man at long on, long off. Beautifully placed. Butcher is the fielder. Good save. And good running. Gooch was spurring Pritchard on there, urging him to run faster and faster, and they finally got 4. Peter Willey from the nursery end, and Graham Gooch is taking strike. Two more to Gooch. There's scope for 2 runs out there. Paddy Clift is patrolling the area from straight hit right round to deep extra cover. Now Ian Butcher is the man at cover, but he's fairly deep. There's one there as well. And 50 to Gooch. Skipper of Essex today in the absence of Keith Fletcher. He's faced only 97 balls and hit 2 fours. It's his 20th 50 in Benson Hedges matches, and he scored 5 centuries as well. Tremendous record. One for 1. Pritchard has 13. Gooch 57. 100 came up in 202 balls. And there it is. They missed him when he was 36. And the first man to rush up and congratulate Peter Willey is Mike Garnham, the keeper, who must have been going through all the agonies there as Gooch started to play his strokes all around the ground. Gooch out for 57, bowled by Willey.
Gooch looking for room again on the offside. Previous ball had gone for 4, looking to do exactly the same thing, and he's bowled out.
There is Ken McEwen, who's going to be missing from the first-class scene next season. Announced his retirement after a long time and some fine service for Essex County Cricket Club. So this is Agnew to resume for Leicestershire. It's a thick edge, and that's 4 runs.
It's exasperating for a captain, this. You set your field, the bowler bowls in the right place, good length, just outside off stump, the outside edge, and it speeds away for 4. There's nothing much you can do about that, but very exasperating for the captain.
Taylor again to Pritchard. Second time he's played that shot well. He played that one a little bit more decisively for 4 runs. Gooch reflecting the situation in the background there. And, it's got to be Pringle forward with everything on. I bowled him. Very necessary wicket that for Leicestershire at that stage, because these two are getting very much on top. The end of Pritchard, bowled by Taylor for 32. Even Essex 147 for 3.
Yes, Les Taylor getting this right in the right place, just flicking the pads. Probably have missed leg stump, but just flicking that front pad and going onto off stump.
Taylor to Pringle. It's a nice full pitch to get off the mark with, and it's put it away successfully through mid-wicket for 4. Become very strong on the onside, Eric Pringle, over the last year or 2.
And he's gone. 4th wicket down, 163 the total. Pringle goes for 10. And Leicestershire have fought back once more. Just as Essex seem to be getting away from them, they've struck again. Timing wasn't quite there to get it over the top. Agnew was in control of it all the time. 163 for 4. Here's Les Taylor. Wicket-keeper Garnham. And he was circling around it for a while. But Leicestershire have got through again. They're whittling away at this Essex innings. Now 164 for 5. McEwen caught Garnham bowled Taylor, and Taylor has 3 now. McEwen out for 29. There's Agnew now coming in from the pavilion end. Alan Lilly It's on 3. Well, a half volley is always liable to change things in that regard, so Agnew won't be all that popular at the moment. Paddy Clift. Yeah, the dangerous ones. You can't set a field for that.
It's a case of anything goes now. Chris Gladwin throwing the bat and sending Garnham the wrong way.
That's the one Paddy Clift wanted, and also David Gower. It's 191 on the board now for 6. At one stage, this was as many as I thought Essex would get, so well Leicestershire bowling and fielding. But they've given themselves a bit of a chance now.
Paddy Clift quickly getting his own back with the dead-on ball.
Agnew, 95 for 7 now. Lily's gone for 12. Well, they've only got 55 overs to play around with. And it's developed into a very tough, tight contest here at Lord's.
So some excellent bowling at the death by Leicestershire. If they miss, you hit, and Jonathan Agnew following the example of Paddy Clift and Alan Lilly's despairing drive, all to no avail.
Paddy Clift. Stuart Turner goes. Chris Balderstone has run out Stuart Turner, and it's 198 for 8. Balderstone out at mid-off. Turner running for anything, and East responding. A good pick-up from Balderstone. Neil Foster, the striker, is now off the mark. 200 comes up for Essex. Foster is number 10 and East number 8. That's just about the best stroke in this situation. There's nothing Agnew can do about it. It's flown away over keeper and where the slips would have been. And it's 208 for 8. It's over the keeper's head again. Well, I don't think Agnew is very impressed, but they'll be delighted in the Essex dressing room. Foster and East, a little flurry at the end there to take the total up to 213 for 8. Foster made 6 and East 7. 15 runs. The last wicket stand, and that gives the Essex bowlers something at which to aim.
A useful target for the bowlers indeed, although I dare say Essex originally must have hoped for another 30-odd runs. The innings mostly of hard graft on a pitch. There was some evidence that forcing the pace wasn't as easy as all that. But the story really is of some splendid Leicestershire out-cricket, fielding and bowling. Here we are, Agnew 1 for 51, 3 for Taylor, to say again 3 for 6 in 15 balls, fell at one stage, 2 for Paddy Clift and 1 for Peter Willey. So, Leicestershire needed 214 runs to win off their allotment of 55 overs at 3.89 runs an over. So let's take up the story of their reply. It's the last ball of the second over. The score is 4 for no wicket. The bowler is Neil Foster, and the batsman is Chris Balderstone.
Have to be quick, Lilly. A bit ambitious.
Well, this is the way Chris Bolton plays early on. He's always on the lookout for the quick ones. And even though he's in his 44th year, he's still pretty quick, but he was just a little bit too short of the line there, I'm afraid. If it'd have hit, he'd have had to go.
Ian Butcher's taking strike. That's one of the reasons this fellow has made such a good impression whenever we've been televising matches where Leicestershire have played. Plays very well off the front foot. He's also strong off the back foot on the onside.
Gower padded up at number 3. Balderston then to face Lever. Again, that's a perfectly timed shot through mid-wicket, racing down towards that mid-wicket boundary. And the familiar dive, pull back. And good work there by Pritchard. Keeps him down to 3.
Yes, a fine shot here by Chris Balderston, clipping it through mid-wicket. Beautifully timed. And a marvellous piece of fielding here. Really, that's one area of the game that really has improved. Beautiful stop there.
First bowling change of the Leicester innings sees Derek Pringle on, placed in John Lever. So Leicester requiring now 4.11 runs per over. It's gone up slightly since the start. One normally expects that. And the side looking for a firm base here. Balderston to face Pringle. My word, but the worst ball that we've seen bowled here today brings a wicket. Often the case. Nothing more than a slow long hop, and Balderston's timing all awry and lobbed a very gentle catch to mid-wicket. So Leicester lose their first wicket. This will be a disappointment for them and for Chris Balderston. He goes for a dozen with 33 on the board.
So another Essex bowling change. Stuart Turner coming into the attack. It's been a great mixture of the experienced and the inexperienced player in this game. Stuart Turner, now aged 42.
That's flicked nicely off his legs. Pritchard chasing that. They'll collect 2 for it. And there's a doubt about it, but Butcher's waiting, and Harold Bird isn't entirely sure. Yes, he is now. The finger goes up, and Turner has snapped up yet another wicket. Another fine diving catch there at mid-wicket. Butcher goes for 19. It's 37 for 2. So Pritchard, who picked up that first catch to get rid of Balderston, picking up a brilliant effort here.
And these are the most difficult catches to take. Firmly hit off middle stump by Butcher, and it flies low. The fieldsman's diving forward and just getting his hand underneath it in time. Norbert Phillip on the field again as the Essex 12th man with the pain-relieving spray. It's hard to say whether Pritchard damaged his finger stubbing it into the ground or actually when it made contact with the ball. So it's Pringle to Gower. That, without doubt, is the shot of the day. Beautiful cover drive and perfect timing from Gower.
Peter Willey's taking strike. Turner is the bowler. .50 up for Leicestershire, at about the same rate as Essex scored. Leicestershire 115 balls and Essex 111. That's a cracker of a shot. There's a man out there who cut it off, but beautifully timed. Didn't really mark it down as a loose delivery either. So Gooch now. Little inside edge. And very valuable 4 runs for David Gower. And the rate required now 5.14.
Yes, and Gower and his vice-captain out there having a little chat. They'll obviously be discussing and say, well, we need to just push it a little bit more than this now, a little bit quicker.
There's the start. Beautifully timed for 4. Not often Stuart Turner over pitches like that. He's done it again. Twice in this over. Glorious shots away through mid-wicket.
See the cloud there, what a variation of colours between the nice green and the looming black clouds. Let's hope they keep going round that side.
Yes, it may not be over us, but whatever it is over is in trouble. This man back at cover on the boundary now. Gower goes to 30 with that single. Beautiful shot. Well, that's one of the advantages of the stance Peter Willey uses. Gives him a head start on playing those onside strokes, and he's in terrific form today.
Yes, he picks these up very well indeed. Just a turn of the wrist to keep the ball down. And it's very difficult to hit straight on this wicket, but to the square area is much easier.
And that's cleverly played. It was a slow ball from Gooch, and at that pace it's almost impossible to sweep a ball, but Willey did just that.
Yes, he did very well indeed to get onto this. He waited for it and actually placed that down there. And 2 very good overs from Peter Willey now. You can see how he just waits for it and times it and down to fine leg where there's no fielder.
50 partnership between Gower and Willey came up in only 79 balls faced. Gower's made 30 from 49. Too short. So suddenly, under the pressure, the bowling has become a little more slipshod.
David Gower always very quick if it's a bit short. He just spins round and that whistles away to square leg, and certainly Leicestershire in the last 2 or 3 overs have really accelerated him, put themselves right back in the game now.
Gooch again to Willey. So these two have really pushed it along over the last 15 minutes. It brings up the 100, coming up in the 31st over. Get another 4 through the onside. Peter Milley from Peter Willey really made hay there. Anything moving in towards him.
This has been by far Willey's most productive shot. Anything around Midland leg, he's hit between mid-on and the straight mid-wicket fieldsman.
And there is Concord. Beautiful, effortless off drive again. All a question of glorious timing there from Gower.
And this really has been top-class batting between the Leicestershire captain and his vice-captain. Both played themselves in very carefully. And now when the loose ball comes, they're beginning to dispatch them for 4. So the Leicestershire run rate required come right down now. A few overs ago it was 5. It's come right down to just over 4.39, and the Essex captain has had to revert to one of his new ball bowlers. Neil Foster going to come in from the pavilion end and try and stem this run tide.
Yes, this is a fairly critical time of the match. Gooch turning to Foster. He needs a wicket very badly. Short, hammered square. 4 runs.
And another powerful shot from Peter Willey onto the back foot, slashing that one away with those powerful forearms. Quickly round from that strange stance, and it's away quick as a flash.
Score looking much healthier now for Leicester. 120 for 2. Peter Willey on 40, David Gower on 43. And he's gone. Another brilliant catch, this time by Alan Lilly. So 2 really spectacular catches, and immense relief there for Essex. See the back of David Gower, really running into cracking form. He goes for 43 and it's 120 for 3. Essex once again indebted to their fieldsmen.
So Graham Gooch's bowling change coming to his aid with the last ball of his first over back. A little bit close to Gower, and a fine diving one-handed catch from Alan Lilly.
So Graham Gooch to resume the bowling. What is a face? And he's bowled him off the pad, or rather think. So Whittaker goes for just a single. And that's the breakthrough that they wanted. Though I think it'd be much sooner to see the back of Peter Willey and young James Whittaker. And just flicking the pad and onto the leg stump. Nigel Bryce, 30 years of age now. Leicester boy. So he now faces Neil Foster. Gets a pretty useful one too, first time up.
And a wry smile from Nigel Bryars after this delivery. Cuts him in half, pitches outside off stump, and goes over the top of middle, and in the end David East taking it on his way down the leg side. Not the sort of thing you want first up.
That could well have been a chance. I think one or two keepers I've seen in the past might well have snapped that one up.
Hard slash from Briers, went fast and low, just carrying to East, hitting him on the little finger and speeding away for 4.
And he's given him this time. So Nigel Briers never been very comfortable out there. He's dismissed LBW by Gooch. He goes for 6, and it's 135 for 5. Mike Garnham already out there. Not this time, said Mr. Bird. 1 leg by. That's the 50. That goes about. Another fine effort from Peter Willey. 50 going off just 74 balls.
And here's the predicted move. John Lever coming into the attack. Graham Gooch can't leave him until the end. So the old war horse coming back, and Graham Gooch will be hoping for the meanest that he can provide. Runs absolutely vital to Essex, but also the taking of wickets could swing the game their way.
Runs. Very well improvised stroke.
Good shot here by Garnham. Lever pitching outside leg stump, but it wasn't all that short. He was very quick onto it. With the field he's got set, he's got to keep pitching outside leg stump there, so the batsman's got to get his legs in front and look to play a few shots on that onside.
Oh, good shot. That's 2 4s off this over. Wow.
You can see this ball here, the fielder going for it, and certainly touching that ball as he touched the rope. It should be 4 runs.
There's a very important over from Derek Pringle. The rate is still 5.5 per over. If he can keep Willey and Garnham tied down this over, he'll get it up to round about 6. Or, alternatively, Willey might smash him away over mid-wicket. That's a good shot.
Yes, Peter Willey was needing to do this. He's got mid-wicket, mid-on, up saving 1, and that's one area if he's going to hit him, he can risk lifting it over the top.
All sorts of field changes going on, people crossing over. Great shot. Willey was down the track there. He was coming straight at Turner, who tried to cramp him for room.
Well, he's tremendous play off his legs here today, Peter Willey, and he gave that a frightful thump with those powerful forearms. It disappeared over that boundary before anybody had moved.
stroke. This is Lever, and he's bowling to Garnham. Great shot. Sadly overpitched, and Garnham, growing in confidence with every ball he faces, has now taken Leicestershire to within 5 of the 200. 214 they need to win, and they still have 19 to go, 5.3 overs remaining. Just the single. Beautiful shot. Improvised and effective.
Well, J.K. Lever just loses his rag a little bit here and trying to bowl a bouncer. And Peter Willey playing to where there was nobody in the field. Tremendous bit of cricket that, back to where he slashed it square on the offside.
This partnership between Willey and Garnham began with a score at 135 when Leicestershire were in real trouble. 135 for 5 it was then, and they faced a struggle. Willey couldn't have found a better partner than Garnham. And between the wickets has been brilliant. They've improvised strokes, they've put pressure on the field. And that was at a time when the run rate required was almost up to 6 per over. Down it goes. The field is not looking directly into the sun, although I suppose you could say it's coming at him on the angle, but that won't have made a great deal of difference, really. Chance goes down at 205 for 5. Safely away on the offside. It's gone in the air, but it's racing down there towards the tavern. Almost impossible to stop anything that gets away from the fielder on that side. Just the single. The urgency is still there for Essex, but the pressure is tremendous. They must realise they need, in a miracle, they must get a wicket and then hope that there'll be a sudden panic of major proportions. 211 for 5. That's a fine shot. Nice way to end the match. And Garnham, Leicestershire have won this Benson and Hedges Cup final.
So Leicestershire, Peter Willey at the helm, simply roared home, and what useful help he had from Mike Garnham, not out 34. Peter Willey, he made that 86 not out off only 98 balls with 12 fours. Right, let's go through to the bowling, and we find that Foster got 1, Pringle ditto, Stuart Turner 1 and 2 for the skipper, Graham Gooch. So, David Gower received the Benson and Hedges Cup for the 3rd time in Leicestershire's history. They won it in 1972, the inaugural year, again in 74, and now for a 3rd time in 1985. And Dennis Compton then adjudicated the Gold Award winner, and I don't think anybody would argue with his choice. They couldn't possibly do so. It had to be Peter Willey. It happened also to be the 6th Gold Award that he's won in Benson and Hedges matches.
A nice way to get...
At 34. Peter Willey, he made that 86 not out of only 98 balls with 12 fours. You're looking a bit thoughtful, David, but it's been a rousing victory.
Yeah, I'm really quite happy, actually, underneath it all. It's been a very, very good game indeed. And really, it's kept us on tenterhooks through most of the last half hour or so. Very good session after tea, very tight, went both ways, as they say.
And what a performance by the man who won the Gold Award. Your 6th Gold Award, I think.
Yes, at last I've managed to get one up on Gucci. He normally smacks me around the ground, all around the world, and I got him out and scored a few runs off him. But David played a useful knock, and Mike Garnham played very well in the end, which helped Leicester through.